I usually be all for the women. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to being a girl's girl, that's me. I'm gonna pick a girl's side over a man's anytime. But you know what? Unfortunately, due to situations like this, I'm gonna start have to rethinking it because it just really be crazy out here. Because
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So although I have taken a break from TikTok during the month of Ramadan, my family and friends know that I'm still posting here on YouTube and then sharing information with me. That way I can stay, in the loop of what's going on and give you guys my commentary on different topics. And this topic in particular is very important to me because I'm a big advocate for women being accountable for our actions, which I believe accountability helps you grow, helps you become a better person. And a lot of times we are not accountable for our own actions, and people don't hold us accountable because we're women. But I will say this, right? The Xavier Worthy situation, I was just privy to the information. I came across it last night. Someone shared the information with me, and I kind of did some research on it. And it's something that is very common, right? It's nothing that is surprising. It's very sad, but it's not surprising because it's something that has been happening to men, Black men specifically, since Emmett Till days, right? Like, this is not a new thing where women are just automatically believed for whatever they say happened. The man is, prosecuted, charged, held accountable without much information being, determined, right? But in this situation, for me, before we jump into a clip I want to share about it, for me, it hits a little bit different having a son. My son will be 13 this year, and I don't want him to live in fear as a young Black man, a young Black Muslim man at that someday. But I want him to be very conscious and aware of how we live in a society where one thing you may do or say to a young woman, and you may be joking, it can go left and change your entire life. So we always want him to be conscious of that. And again, I don't want him to be fear induced and he's living in fear, he can't be himself, but also just knowing that the odds are stacked against you in that way when it comes to being a man and how women are automatically believed. And it's not fair. It's not fair. And same for having my husband as well, right? Like, just because we're married doesn't exempt him from someone saying something that he did or anything like that. So it's, for me, it hits a little bit differently when I do have a son and I do have, my husband, and knowing that women lie. I remember when I was in college, a friend of mine, when I was in college, he went through that. He was accused of assaulting a young woman, and everything changed. Like, you're just by a blink of an eye, it changes so quickly, and it's so like, wow. And again, these women, we've seen stories after stories that they just get off and nobody holds them accountable. Nobody holds them accountable. And this man, this athlete, young star, young athlete, he plays for the Chiefs. It's just like, enough is enough. But I wanted to talk about this and share it. I want to share this clip for you guys, and I want to talk about this because I know men feel like women don't hold women accountable, but y'all know I do. But let's drop the clip and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it.
Xavier Worthy was cheated on, had his home destroyed, got physically assaulted by a woman, and he went to jail that day. And you want to know what the craziest part about it is? If we had no footage, nobody would believe that he was the one that was being harmed. Nobody would believe it. Why? Because women only care about the double standards that don't aid them. You ain't heard one. If women are so, oh, domestic violence is this, and we don't support any of it, and blah blah blah. You ain't seen a single woman say nothing about Xavier Worthy's situation. He was abused, attacked, had his home destroyed, got cheated on, and went to jail. That man had to go to jail because he found out he was cheated on, and the lady started destroying his house and attacking him. What woman have you seen say something about that shit? So now, if you see why men just don't be having respect for these agendas these women be trying to push, is because we know deep down at heart you don't give a fuck about, you want to be empowered. You don't want to end oppression. You want to be the oppressor. That's all y'all care about, bro. In the majority. Y'all know y'all only care about the double standards that don't affect y'all. We not gonna see no women talk about Xavier Worthy situation. Why? Because it's not a woman. When they thought that he was the assailant and he was the one attacking the lady, then they cared about it. But since they found out that he was the one being abused and it doesn't aid the agendas that they're trying to push, they have no interest in talking about this shit. Again, women, y'all don't get no respect from men because you don't show any.
So as I said, I'm here. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it because we cannot sit around as women and just keep thinking that this is okay to do. Of Thank God the charges got dropped, but he went to jail, and now that is the highlight of his life right now. That's the highlight of his life right now. No one's, yes, she cheated. Yes, he hired a private investigator. She did this, but now it's on him. It's on him. And it's unfortunate because you got to work so much harder to change this narrative that you're proven to be innocent. But as a man, as a black man, it still just carries weight. It carries weight, and it's so sad and it's so unfortunate that we as women, and this is women of all race, this is not specific to any particular race of women, women do it. And that's our way to not be accountable when you do certain things with the man and you know better, but you chose to do what you wanted to do. And now people are looking at you crazy, or now you don't want to face the fire of your actions. So yet the easy go-to is, he assaulted me, he raped me. It's just like, and it's what I always say. Stuff like this makes it hard for the real victims, the women who truly are assaulted, the women who are truly raped by a man or a woman. It makes it hard to believe. It makes it hard to believe real victims, because people are like, who do we trust? Who do we trust? And as he pointed out in that video, if there was not footage of it, what would that have meant for this man's life? Because as women, we don't need footage. There don't need to be no footage out there for anybody to believe us. We could just say it. But for a man, it has to be footage. It has to be Jonathan Majors. We saw the footage with him. And it's, and that was race wise, in my opinion, because she was a white woman, the black man, it didn't matter, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But we see the stuff that it's out there, y'all. And I'm so tired of women picking and choosing when we want to advocate for domestic violence. Like, it can't be one way. We can't, and it's just sad, and it's tiring. It's tiring. And I feel for men, and it's not me pandering to men. I have no reason to pander to a man. I'm not trying to get any man's, approval. The only approval that I need, man, in my life is God and my husband. That's it. That's all. But I feel bad for the men who say these things, and why we don't care about women. Why we're not here we're not going out our ways to protect women. Because when we go out our ways to protect women, look where it leads us. We take the high road. We tell her to leave. We don't put our hands on her. We ask her nicely. We want her to just get out of our way, get out of our home, and look what happens. For somebody like that, it might be like, what's the point? I could have did it my way. And at least if I was going to go to jail, I could have went to jail for doing something, for actually doing something. I did nothing. Because I'm thinking about my career. I'm thinking about my life. I'm thinking about my family. I'm thinking about all these things. And as a woman, you're wrong. You're caught. And you're caught. And you still cannot take accountability. That man knew something was up. He did what he had to do. And he got his proof. But we so slick that you can't even fathom the idea of, like, losing the life. It ain't about losing the man. Because she don't really care about that man. She don't care about losing him, getting caught cheating and losing my partner. No, I care about losing the life that I have. The money, the fame. That's what she care about. She don't care about if she lost him. That's why I'm spazzing out, because I know that now I'm gonna lose everything that we have, that you've been giving me. That's why I'm creating all of this ruckus. That's why I'm trying to make sure that you go down and not me, because I need to make sure that I'm still good. I need to make sure that I'm entitled to a lot of this stuff. I need to make sure that I can get brand deals and interviews and get this pity party victim story to pay me for the rest of my life, to write my book. That's why these women care. Why they do these things. That's what they care about. And that just shows it time and time again. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to take for society, the police, the community to start recognizing and waking up and realizing that women are liars just as much as men. There's no person who's more of a liar than the other. They lie about being raped. They lie about being assaulted. It just cannot be just believe the woman. We also can't negate men who get assaulted by women. We cannot just put all this pressure on men and leave our men out here to dry and just lose everything over one story. The headlines are out there. We don't even get the benefit of the doubt. They don't get it. Everybody blasts this out there now. Everybody's going to come back and say, well, his charges got dropped. They got dismissed. We didn't have any evidence. But it's already out there. It's already out there. The slander, the defamation of your character, what it's going to mean to my family. It's sad. And I'm over women. I'm over it. I'm tired of it. I pray that my son, as a man, never has to experience something like this. Always conscious, always mindful of when he's dealing with women, how to move in a respectful way, and always just, be mindful, son. Be mindful. Because being kind and being nice as a man in today's society could ruin your life. That's how sad it is. Just being kind. Just texting a girl, how are you doing? What's going on? Texting her too much can mean you're stalking her. You're harassing her. It's real. And a lot of it is because I don't get what I want. Because I didn't get what I wanted. I'm trying to have my cake and eat it too. So I'm holding women accountable. I hold women accountable. And I want us as women to hold ourselves accountable to stop doing things like this. You made the decision. You did it. Here's the consequence. Live up to it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think of this conversation. It's very dear and near to my heart. My heart goes out to his family. I pray that, he can stay strong through all this and, just work through it and just be more mindful and choosy about who the next person that he has in his life in that manner. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this conversation. If you enjoyed the conversation, hit that thumbs up button as well. Subscribe to the channel, of course, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.